AI downscaling or simulated data. What the hell do I mean by that? So, um, one of the challenges I see in continuing to fund the way most humanitarian data has been collected is that the technologies I have talked about so far will usually not be able to give you a sample size of 10 or 15,000 people in, for example, just the frontline oblasts in Ukraine. Like nobody who has built panels in low and middle income countries has that many people in their panel in just, 8 or 10 oblasts, right? And so, the panel surveys I talked about might be useful for strategic level decision making. How much funding should we allocate for which sectors in which oblasts, but it won't tell you what are the 35 villages where or towns where the needs are the most acute, because you won't be able to get enough data from those places. But there's a lot of organizations that are using AI to take a smaller data set, like a 1,000 or a 2,000 person survey from those areas, and use it to make a statistical inference about a town or is a municipio, I guess, in Colombia, right? And that's become possible because satellite imagery has made it so we can go down to the individual building level and make estimates about how many people might live there. Take data from, for example, the Demographic Health Survey Program or the World Bank, Living Standards Measurement Program, and say this, we know a lot about the demographics of people who live in this area, and then take 2 or 5 survey responses and use it to have a little bit more confidence about what's going on in that area. And that solves what I see as one of the biggest challenges, which is this, like, how do we use these technologies for operational decision making? So it can improve cluster and sectoral level assessments. Basically, all the same use cases that I named for panel surveys get better if you can use AI to downscale those results to a lower administrative level. The problem is people are going to say this is made up data, which it is actually made up data. Like I don't think we should shy away from being honest about that, right? But at the same time, it makes it possible to do this at a fraction of the cost. And there are ways to use AI to make that estimate, then go send people there to do some data collection to validate it, and then tune the model so that over time, I think we give, the actors who need to make decisions with this data more confidence in the inference that's being made by AI. And, in the analysis we've done, this can literally end up at a 99% cost reduction of what it would cost to go and do, an N equals 10,000 person survey in just, the area affected by a crisis. So the cost savings are immense.